Before the sun reached the cotton fields, a boy no older than 13 walked the plantation roads with his head lowered and his hands empty. To the masters, he was only an errand child, sent for water tools, messages, quiet, obedient, easy to forget. But while others watched the overseer's whip or the sky for rain, he watched the land. He noticed which fences sagged after a hard storm, where the soil softened and swallowed footprints. He learned which dogs slept through thunder, and which stirred at the smallest sound. He saw how the creek curved before the reeds, how water carried tracks away by morning. He counted steps without numbers, marked time by the ache in his legs, and stored every path in his memory without ever writing a word. Then, one morning, a man did not answer the count. There were no broken chains, no signs of struggle. Just an empty cabin and a space that would not be filled. The overseers blamed carelessness. Riders searched the roads and returned with nothing. Weeks later, another was gone. Then another. Dogs lost the trail at the creek. Horses turned back from the woods. The laughter at the big house faded. Lanterns burned later into the night, and voices dropped when speaking of the fields. Routes were changed. Guards were added. Orders tightened. And quietly, without ever saying it aloud, eyes began to follow the boy. Because every person who vanished had once worked near him, had once walked beside him, had once asked him simple questions about the land. They moved him closer to the big house, gave him harder labor, watched for mistakes that never came. But the more they watched, the more they revealed. Fear changed their habits. And habits, once changed, could be learned again. Among the enslaved, his name stopped being spoken, not from fear but from care. Knowledge passed in pieces. A warning here, a memory there. A bend in the creek, a fence weakened by rain, a path that vanished into trees. The boy never ran. He never raised his voice. He carried the land inside his mind, step by step, season by season. By the time plantation owners turned fear into policy, it was already too late. The paths had been learned. The silence had done its work. Long after footsteps faded from the fields, memory still walked those roads. Quiet, patient, and unseen. Survival did not always move forward. Sometimes it endured.